What is the single most you'll understand it when you're older thing? That the quality rather than quantity of friends matters. I'd rather have 4 quarters in my pocket than 100 pennies. That's a great phrase, I love it. 4 quarters are much more manageable than 100 pennies. Can we get McDonald's? No, we have food at home. I have to tell myself this pretty regularly too. At this age, the reason I tell myself it though is because I know I'm going to eat it and feel like an absolute trash can afterwards. Now I understand why my mom would order us Happy Meals and get herself nothing, haha. It's so bad. As a kid I could eat 2 cheeseburgers and be full for the whole day. Note I spend a fortune on 4 to 5 burgers and I'm hungry again in an hour. I learned the hard way that McDonald's is only special if you let it be special because it's literal trash when it comes to nutritional value. That sounds like you're still pretty young. Give it 10 years and 1 burger will 1. Be enough and 2. You'll feel like the whole day. Why it's so annoying when you forget to take the chicken out of the freezer. I, too, will be ordering pizza tonight. But have you reached the phase of chicken is thawed, but damn that still sounds like work, then order a pizza still? Edit. To everyone giving me cooking advice, I know how to cook a damn chicken. If you want to come cook me some, feel free. Otherwise, leave me to my grease pizza. Man, I don't know how parents in particular survived before the microwave oven. I'm a reasonably not incompetent home cook. I understand there's nothing you can do with a microwave that you can't do without one, but doing without requires a lot more time, attention, and planning ahead, all of which are in very short supply with little kids underfoot. Why elderly people in nursing homes who get no visitors are so lonely and filled with despair. We had to put my mom in a home because we physically could not care for her anymore. She didn't want to be there, and we didn't want her to be. But there weren't any other options. My dad was there every day until he got sick and died. My sister and I stopped in a couple of times a week each. The last month of her life I was there every day. I hope she knew I did the best I could to take care of her. I'm sure she did. The most valuable thing you can do is give your time, and it sounds like you did exactly that. She definitely knew. You did, friend. Time is what matters in many cases. It's one of the last and most valuable things elderly people have left. Sleep is no punishment, it's a gift. Yup, I used to dislike nap times when I was in kindergarten. Now that I'm older, I wish I could take a nap here and there during my work days. Naps become a gift at about the exact point in life when you get to set your own bedtime, but still have a set time in the morning when you have to wake up. In kindergarten, I was always well rested since my parents guaranteed I got 10 hours of sleep a night, or whatever it was at that age, and I had passed the developmental point where I needed a nap to tide me over until bedtime. Nap time was just laying on the floor in excruciating boredom. Today, though, a nap is a great way to deal with the fact I really should have gone to bed at least an hour earlier than I actually did. Perfect way to put it. I suck at napping, but I definitely know that going to bed at 4 was a mistake. High school drama isn't important. Like, at all. This is very true. That said, some people will carry their high school behavior with them into the adult world, and especially into the workplace, so it's important to keep your guard up and learn how to deal with those types. Which makes me want to say that high school drama is important, in that it is kind of a learning curve, so that we learn how to behave properly as adults. But some people just don't actually learn how to deal with those types. Write up lengthy complaints and send them to HR in physical paper form. The quiet, boring, simple times are the best. Everyone's fed, happy, healthy, chill, napping, these are the good times. Very true. Everyone's satisfied with the things that do matter most. Everyone fed, under the blanket warm, relaxed enough to sleep, and feeling wholeheartedly loved is the last thing before you start dreaming. Amen to this. I am single, 44 with no kids. I have 3 dogs and 2 cats. I'm like okay, all the dogs are asleep. The cats are staring at me, but they have full bellies. I can crawl under warm sheets and blankets. The phone is on, so I know if someone that depends on me can reach me. I can shut the down and, for now, just for right now, everyone in my purview is okay. Not everybody is going to like you, even if you're a good person. Conversely, not everyone you like will be a good person. Had to learn that the hard way. Yeah. It wasn't until recently that I realized I was projecting my good qualities onto toxic people and was in turn being taken advantage of by them. Normally I project my own fear and self-hatred onto others and default think they don't like me, sometimes even after they reassure me otherwise. You kind of just blew my mind. The reverse. Teenagers are just kids. It's something I quite literally was not capable of understanding until I wasn't a teenager anymore. When I was a teenager I felt so grown up. And how sometimes some adults are just kids in adult bodies. Or how adults are simply just flawed human beings too. Used to look up to adults for what's right and wrong, but as we grew older, we kind of realized that adults such as our parents are simply just flawed human beings, and they may not know it all too either. What we call maturity is mostly fatigue. Aaron Haspel. That's a great quote, can't wait to slip that into a conversation at the VFW. Socks are a very nice gift. Yup. My first birthday after buying a house and moving out I asked for a sweater and socks and was very happy to have them. Yeah, when you first move out and have your own place and all the bills with it, you start to question all those little purchases you'd have just whipped your wallet out for previously. I can get away with the socks I already have, I'll just match up odd pairs when they start getting holes in them. I don't need that new coat, I already own one. You can't afford to treat yourself to everything anymore, and clothes are quite low on the list of priorities. I don't disagree with you in principle. Budgets can be tight, and clothing is low on priority compared to stuff like food and rent and gas and everything.